Do your moonwalks look like this or this? Hi guys, it's Lucy. Today I'm going to share some tips and tricks on how to moonwalk in Dead by Daylight. If you play on controller, there are plenty of tutorials out there with great tips on moonwalking. However, this tutorial is meant for my keyboard and mouse gamers. Alright, when you're trying to moonwalk, it's pretty simple. You don't want to overcomplicate it. It does take a lot of practice, I'm not gonna lie. So the basics is just spinning in a circle, and I would definitely get comfortable doing this both ways because a lot of people tend to practice one way more than the other and then they become more dominant that one way. I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend practicing both sides, turning into the moonwalk both sides, just so that you get used to it. Just practice your circles, so turning WASD, WDSA. Practice kind of stopping your character right before his head is about to turn to the other side. Here. So like you kind of want to find that middle ground, and you kind of want to find like the middle ground point of your survivor. So if I'm turning, I'm gonna stop right before I find that middle ground. And you could even practice by turning and making sure your survivor is either looking left or right and just toggling between A and D to kind of keep them in the middle. So like I said, you're gonna start in with a turn until your survivor is facing you, and then just toggle A and D and like find that middle ground balance. And then once you find your middle ground, you could honestly moonwalk backwards. So all you have to do is combine that A and D movement, which you can kind of see on my keyboard cam, the tempo that I'm hitting, and just hold W. So as soon as you hold W, you start to get a walking moonwalk, and you're gonna spin out of it so many times. That's completely normal. It's gonna happen. You just have to find that middle and keep that tempo once you find it. Secret. This is a secret. I have my run bound to my thumb button on my mouse because I have really little hands and shift just doesn't cut it for me. It just makes it easier for me because when you have to hold shift and do all these buttons, it can get a little crampy on your fingers. So that's just something to think about if you have little hands like me. If you don't and you're used to it, then go ahead and practice with holding shift. But like I said, you could just honestly get the hang of it with walking first. So that's just the basic moonwalking. Now as you get better, you're gonna want to turn and like maneuver. You can't really turn mid moonwalk. You kind of have to keep your tempo in order to hold that middle ground so that you stay backwards rather than spinning out. So if you hold a button, A or D too long in an attempt to spin yourself, you're just going to end up spinning out of your moonwalk and completely messing it up. So always remember to kind of keep that same tempo, and then you want to use your mouse to turn your physical body like wherever to direct yourself wherever you want to go. The best way I can explain it is just kind of sliding your mouse in a straight line to the right or to the left. You don't need to be moving it up and down all crazy. Literally just like straight line to the right or to the left, and that's gonna help you. Like this is just a straight line to the right. That's all I'm doing. Straight line to the right and then straight line to the left will help me maneuver left, and that's literally just the easiest way I can explain it. You don't have to like go diagonal because then you're gonna spin out of it all weird, and just don't overcomplicate it. That's like my biggest tip. Whatever way I'm going, like I'm going to the left, and if I want to go to the right, I'm just gonna move my mouse in a straight line to the right. I'm not doing nothing crazy. Now you can move your mouse up and down in a moonwalk, like to, make it look cool, or like get like a bottom POV. That doesn't really affect anything. Just make sure that you're not like twisting your mouse as you're moving it straight up and down, because your mouse movement is also going to throw you off. Like I'm moonwalking, but if I look this way too hard, or if I look the other way too hard, it's going to completely throw off my moonwalks. But you really just have to play around with it, and the more that you practice it and the more comfortable you get with it, it becomes so easy. So yeah, that's my tutorial. Hopefully it wasn't terrible. If you found this video helpful, make sure you drop a like. I'll see you guys on the next one.